Greetings, I'm Demonac, and it's arena time. So, Priest deck here performed pretty well the last couple games, although there was some real random factor in my favor from the thought steals and such. But, yeah, it has a lot of potential. It's got just over half of the cards cost 4 or more. So there's a lot of fairly fat stuff in there, and 3 of the cards that cost less than that are there to draw me on one or more cards. So, can get a lot of value, but I think it's a little short on stuff that kills enemies. I have some big cards, and I have to get big use out of them. The one Holy Nova, it's got to do a lot. Same with the Mind Control.
Anduin versus Rexa.
I want a flubbed Mind Control, taking something not very strong, and then they play something really strong after. Okay, this is kind of slow, but again, as I mentioned, there's a lot of expensive stuff in here, so it's not that unexpected. Thing is, Shadowform is not really like a 3-cost card, it's really slower than that. I'm going to pitch all 3 of those, even though one was 4-cost, which is actually fine in this deck. Oh, that's much better. Is it a good hand? I don't think so, but a lot more things there are castable, and that's pretty important for me. So I could coin out the Brewmaster. I guess Hunter, I mean, he could put out an explosive trap, and that would be bad. He could Arcane Shot it, so yeah. Wondering if I should save my coins. Again, I have a ton of 4-cost things in here. If I could get out a 4-coster on turn 3, that might help. Oh boy. Beast mode already.
Drink with me.
Put out the Brewmaster. Now, I could coin and Power Word Shield him, which would make him big enough to fight that. That would have been... if I knew I was going to get that, like if I had that in my starting hand, I would have coined this guy out almost for sure, because he would have been much more promising. If I don't Power Word Shield him, then next turn I can play the Light Spawn. I think I'm going to let it go. Probably a mistake. I know what he's thinking. Oh, that's no good. Awesome. And Hyena is now too big for Shadow Word Pain. Super awesome. Oh, awesome. So, he needs to be able to do 3 damage to this first if he wants to hit it with the Hyena and have it live. Of course, he could just silence it with an Owl. Deadly Shot, that's rough. This is not necessarily a good turn of events, but I don't mind seeing that Deadly Shot gone. I really wish I had drawn another 4-cost thing, of all the many, many ones that I have, but I guess I'm going to do this instead. Those will probably hold me in good stead. Even though I have no beasts, so this is just 3 damage for 3 mana, it's still decent. Oh, it's going to hurt so much, but I'm going to get to multi-shot them, they'll both die, but I'm taking so much damage. Half my health is gone already. This is too soon to be down half my health, I think. I could F around with the Abomination. I could throw him out there and maybe he would stop stuff, but not really, because you just kill it with the boar. He gets bigger, takes 2 damage, but he would survive it and get bigger, so no. We'll just multi-shot that. It's fine. Simultaneous death, so Hyena does not get buffed, but man, I've been shredded, and I might be stuck spending 2 mana every turn to neutralize this, or else I'm going down. And that is really big, too. This is not going well. I think Abomination is going to hurt me. That's not good, but he does block that for a turn. And we'll play the Zombie Chow. My opponent's at full health, so it has no drawback. The drawback is that my opponent is at full health and I'm at half. I'll be below half in a sec. Ow. So he did get something to kill the Zombie Chow with. Or he might not even bother, because he can kill me so fast at this rate. Is that a freezing trap or what? Okay, I do have a Holy Smite as a backup to kill this guy, but we're gonna try this first. Freezing Trap, okay. Get that out of the way. Boom. What the? Light spawn. I clicked the light spawn, you saw it. And I'm gonna heal myself. If for some reason he survives, I can Divine Spirit him and pretend to make a comeback here, but it's gonna be real tough to not be dead. And that's even if he ignores this. I mean, he's just gonna hit me in the face, presumably. He's got a secret. That is bad. If that's a freezing trap, that's really not... Oh, man. Play this guy, but then I can't heal myself. This guy's expensive. I'm pretty sure I want to Shadow Word Pain that guy. Let's do that before I start screwing around. I don't want to buff this guy a whole bunch because he's already demonstrated that he likes freezing trap. I could play this guy to see if it's a freezing trap, but then see if it's a snipe, I mean. But if it's not, and it probably isn't, I won't be able to play him again. Then again, I can't play him again and heal myself. And I kind of have to heal myself to even have a chance to survive. Oh, man. I could Power Word him. It would be wasted if it's a freezing trap. If it's a misdirect, I'm going to die. No, I've got to play this guy. Okay. Explosive trap. Well, that's not good. He thinks I'd be dead. Again, I didn't buff him before. I already said. If there was a freezing trap or misdirect, it would have been really bad. But I'm basically dead here. There should be no way to escape this. Yeah. Damn. That early freezing trap got me. Like, I don't like that thing. I don't usually use it. But early freezing trap was all it took to... Like, I had a start that was okay if everything went right. But, of course, everything never goes right. I really needed that one, like, minion to... Not even to survive, just to take out a normal amount of his stuff. For him to spend a minion and something else to kill it. But instead, the freezing trap just threw a monkey wrench in all that. That's all it took. So, wow. Now I've got to win every game to keep this run alive.
I must protect the one. The
Not
light
so
shall
easy.
bring victory.
It's not a bad starting hand. I even have the ability to silence my Ancient Watcher, potentially. We're going to pitch the Shadow form, because it's really not the best card. Oh, hey. This is pretty much a fast hand for this deck. I've got the coin again. Which, again, your coin is not the advantage. Coin is because you have a disadvantage. It's trying to balance slightly. I've got her now to go with this, so I might actually coin him out. Then give him taunt, and then start fiddling around with Loot Hoarder and stuff. So that's not bad. Mana Wraith. It's going to make everything more expensive. That's not going to work out too well. Boo! It successfully messed up my plans, so good for Mana Wraith. Usually accomplish less than that. Okay, so he's going to do the high-powered takedown of this thing. So, I don't think that Mana Wraith actually helped him as much as he thinks. Stopped me from having a 2-3 out, I guess. Could have been something much better. So it does mean that if I play the Loot Hoarder, he could spend half his mana and kill it. But he's spending half his mana to kill it, so slowing him down that much is actually fine for me right now. Yeah, he's still going to get a turn. He had a 2-mana clay, so that's okay, but not the end of the world. There it is, Light Spawn! We're going to go with Shield Boy first. Bubble Boy. Because he fights this thing just fine. Yes, you could take 3 damage, or shapeshift, knock that off. Still almost half his mana, and trading this guy to kill it. If he wants to go that far, it's okay. It's not like a huge gain for me, but it's fine.
What to do? What does the future hold?
What does the fox say? So this guy could be a problem, because I'm not going to have a way to kill him now that he trades his Panther for that. So that's unfortunate. I wouldn't want to have to waste a silence on him, but maybe I do. Oh, I could Shadow Word Pain him, but then I can't play much else. I think I'm going to play the Light Spawn. I'm taking a risk, because if he does that, there's the one that's +4 attack or +4 defense and taunt. If you put that on this guy, that would hurt a lot. Or if you gave him +2/+2 and taunt, it would hurt a lot. And I wouldn't be able to Shadow Word him anymore. You know what? I should probably just Shadow Word him. Be on the safe side. Even though I can't even heal myself. I'm going to save the Sun Fury Protector. Probably silly of me. But I've got a lot. I'm looking at a big fat hand. He's got nothing on the board. He's not getting a lead on me. This should be the kind of situation this deck is good for, in theory. Although it looks like he's playing a slow, heavy-hitting deck, too, by the fact that he didn't play anything there. So that's a little bit of a concern. I could play the Frost Elemental, which doesn't have the drawback, which stop him from attacking with his Kung Fu for 1 turn. Whoop-de-doo, 1 damage saved. I don't know. Like, this is so much easier to wear down or silence or something, but I'm worried he's going to have other stuff I'm going to need to silence. I mean, freeze. Freeze not being silenced. Thing is, if I play this guy, then next turn I can give him taunt and play this guy with 2 minions out, and that's pretty good. Yeah, okay. It just, the mana works out so badly for the Light Spawn. I don't have any combos for him. He's vulnerable. I think I'm going to try this, even though I basically just wasted his ability. But having the 5 out and spending the mana then, not later. Damn. You know, it would have been better if he'd wasted that on my Light Spawn. I can Thought Steal now. Let's do that, because I can still Light Spawn afterwards. Yeah, his deck is fat. He's gone for mega, mega fat. This is going to turn into a giant fat brawl. Which may not come up in my favor, although getting a copy of his Ancient of War cannot hurt. Starting to be glad I saved her, though, because something tells me in a giant fat brawl, I'm going to want that kind of control over targeting. Just going to go all sumo in here. If he decides to take an action. He's been neutralizing everything I do so far. Spending about an equal amount of cards, though. So no one has gotten ahead particularly. Except for my Thought Steal, which has now sort of gotten me ahead.
Where shall I strike?
Okay. This would be a really good time to draw. Oh no, he's going to go all out and hit this thing because he doesn't want me to double its power, double its toughness. Which is understandable. So he has all this expensive stuff and then he has Moonfire. I guess that helps balance out the cost curve. Weird to me. So I could play this, and then I could try and protect him by giving taunt to the ogre, or I could just heal him up to a 3/3, which would be okay, but it would still take one attack from the ogre to get through the Druid of the Claw. No, I'm thinking maybe play this and give it taunt. Even though that means I'm not healing this turn. It's another thing out for the potential Sea Giant. Really? He has a swipe to the... Okay, that's very irritating.
I must safeguard the land.
Ow. Well, he must have drawn his Innervate late, and that's pissing him off. Okay. If you think, like, that's okay, but I'm not running out of fat anytime soon, you realize. Okay, so we want +5 health and taunt. Now, do we want to go for the psychological warfare play? Because I'm thinking the psychological warfare play in this situation might be double his toughness. If he has another silence coming, that would suck. But otherwise, that's pretty hilarious.
I must consider.
Otherwise, I could heal myself for 2. You know, as tempting as that is, I should probably just heal myself for 2. Because he's already vulnerable to silence. That's the problem. If he wasn't already vulnerable to silence, it'd be okay. Like if he was going to get silenced and then just go down to a 5/10. But whereas the Druid of the Claw, he keeps his stats, the Ancient gets it as a buff. Because otherwise he'd be really, really gross. It gives one more way to deal with him. And I can't use this 2 damage in my Holy Smite because of the taunt, obviously. That's a tough one. I could just heal myself, but it's much more possible for him to get through this. Just hope I have enough fat. I'm going to do this because it's funny. Why not? I think healing myself for 2 would have been more productive. But, again, if he doesn't have any silence, and he's already used one of these guys, it's slightly less likely that he would have another silence in his hand. He's only drawn half his deck. This is pretty awesome if there's no silence. If he has to actually fight through it with minions.
Where shall I strike?
Because I can be healing him all the time, too. It looks like he's going to fight through it. That is fantastic. I mean, that hurt a lot, but... So, I can definitely heal it. I can go... I can't heal it if I Sea Giant and then Frostwolf. If I Frostwolf then Sea Giant, I can heal it, but then I'm trading +1/+1 on him for 2 healing there. It probably makes the most sense. There's going to be a lot of minions out for a while for him. I want to get out that Sea Giant. So I go Yeti, Sea Giant, heal. Yeah, this is going to work out well. And go. Because the Thoughtsteel gave me 2 of his fatties, I'm gonna win the Fat War. If it had given me like Moonfire Innervate, this would be a really tough slogging match. But because I got lucky off the Thoughtsteel, I think it's gonna be okay. Oh, look at that! I saved a silence just for you. That thing you wish you could have done to me. Oh, nice. I mean, I don't want him healing off it, but it gives me a bigger Warlord.
Your magic shall not save you.
Stand ready.
I think splitting it up that way is okay. I've suppressed his stuff enough, but a 2 damage AoE won't kill this. this guy doesn't get through that on his own very well, and even if he kills that, I should easily be able to do 13 damage to him, you would think. Okay. So, let's see. This kills one of them. If this kills the other one, I've got plenty of damage anyway, so it doesn't really matter. Yeah, even more damage.
For the king! For honor!
Yay! Getting good stuff from Thoughtsteel. Seems to be the key to my strategy. Seems to be just randomly get good cards from that. But it has gotten me up to 5 wins. And we're going to see how much further I can push it in sudden death next time. If you found that useful or entertaining, or if you enjoy cookies, hit the like button. And check out Tales from My D&D Campaign on youtube.com/Demonac.